Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a difficult and expensive card game to get into. The game has a pool of over 10,000 cards to choose from, with many different products. In this series, Aaron is going to be showing you that you can play this game on a family-friendly budget without having to sell your liver on the black market. Starting with only 3 structured decks, which was inspired by Pack, he will be aiming to become a better player himself and see how far he can go competitively. He will be spending anything from £10 to £25 a week improving the deck and show you what different options and routes you could take. The extra cards he doesn't use, he could be traded for meta staples. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the scrubbiness.
What's good, YouTube? It's Aaron from T-Rex Gaming. This is a new series I've been wanting to do for a while now, but Guinness Fever hit the world and it's made me prolong it for just over a year now. And the series is called Going Scrub to Pro. I've decided to pick up 3 Shaddoll structure decks and spent £25 on some extra cards for the deck, as you'll see in just a moment. But with this series, I plan on becoming a competitive player and help people who just got back into the game or want to go competitive themselves by watching these videos. Without further ado, here is the deck profile. Start off with the main deck. I run 3 Shaddoll Wendy's. Great starter. Well, it's a great starter card. You use it to special summon from your deck in face up or face down defense position if it's sent from field to grave. 3 Shaddoll Squamata. Great card, Forge Burial effect. Can't go wrong. Helps starts the engine off. I also run 3 Nail Shaddoll Aerial. In my opinion, it's a better version of a DD Crow. It can banish up to 3 monsters in graveyard. And when it's flipped face up, you can recycle, well, special summon one of your banished Shaddoll monsters. I have a little bit of draw power, and also it's kind of a beat stick at the same time. I run 2 Shaddoll Beast. Flip face up, draw 2, discard 1. Sent to grave by card effect, you draw 1 card. For the next 2 I run 2 Shaddoll Hedgehog. It searches your Shaddoll spell and trap cards if flip face up. Or sent to grave by card effect, you can search a Shaddoll monster. For the one-ofs of Shaddolls, I run Shaddoll Dragon for the bounce and pop effect. 1 Falco to special summon. I think these ratios are good for the format. Well, not really for the format, but just good for the deck as of yet. Until we progress in the series, get better cards. The new Shaddoll monsters that come out and go from the past, when we get them, solid for now. For the next I run 6 more monsters, 5 which are normal summons, 3 Mathematician. Great to start your engine off, send a Shaddoll monster from grave, to grave from deck. 2 Kree Bandit, end turn, tribute itself, excavate 5, add 1, the excavate cards get sent to graveyard, start again, same reason, start the engine off. And for the final card, 1 Formation Trick Clown. It's my construct target, one of my construct targets in deck. Actually, I think it's the only one because he's the Dark Nerve. In deck anyway. It also special summons itself from grave. Helps with combos, getting your board going, and so on and so forth. For the spells, I maxed out all the fusion spells that came in the 3 structure decks, which is 3 Shaddoll Fusion, 3 El Shaddoll Fusion, and 3 Super Polys. The ratios again will probably obviously change over time, getting the cards. But at the moment, with the cards I have and the budget I had, it's best case to get out of the structure decks. To finish off the spells, I run 1 Forged Burial again. Same reason for Squamata, get the engine going. It's a free dump from deck. Now for the traps, unfortunately, is not me. For the way I'm going to take this deck, it's not that many traps, but I think what we had is what I can make. It's 1 Shaddoll Schism, which is a necessity for the deck. It banishes from grave to fusion summon, and it also pops one of your opponent's monsters. But it can only it can only be used during the main phase. I also run 2 Reshaddoll Incarnations. It special summons from grave, Shaddoll monster in defense, but face down defense. And obviously, if you're against a mirror match or any form of Shaddoll deck, it can Book a Moon one of your Shaddoll monsters. Or it can face one up if you need a card effect to one of your Shaddolls to disrupt your opponent. Also, another card is 2 Sinister Shadow Games. It sends 1, then you can flip face down. Any face down position Shadow monsters I control in face up defense to get their effects going. I run 2 Solemn Judgment. Again, it helps disrupt your opponent. It stops back row removal like Lightning Storm and Harpy Feathers Duster, so you don't lose your whole back row. And to round it off, I run 3 Torrential Tribute. It's a board wipe. Why not? Yeah. On all we'll start off with on all cards I bought extra for this. I spent £25, and the 3 structure decks cost me £30. So you roughly look to start off. I started off using £60, but as of next week, I will be using between £10 to £25 a week, or whatever I make through the OTS packs. For the extra deck, I'm actually on all the good Shadow cards, or El Shadow fusions. It's 3 El Shadow Construct, 3 El Shadow Al Capone, and 3 El Shadow Winders. They're all pretty good. Construct just attacks into a special summon monster, just destroys it. Al Capone, imperm on legs, a permanent imperm on legs, should I say. On summon Winder, you can only special summon once. For 2 super play targets, I run 1 Wendigo for the bird up / Kit Kat, however you want to call it, matchup. I also run 1 Shekanaga. It has a negate if I have a Shadow in hand, and it helps to get the Shadow cards going. I run a few Link monsters. Hopefully get some more soon. Is 1 Gravity Controller. Again, help gets your combos going. 1 Cross Sheep. It's a necessity if you're running a fusion deck, really. When you fusion summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 lower range monster from grave. And then to round it off, 2 Shadow Constructs. For the side deck, unfortunately, I had to use what I had. Didn't want to touch my personal collection for this, because that would just make what my plan is unfair. So these are all from the structure deck. Structure decks. I run 3 Lava Golems. Board wipe. You don't always need your normal summon, and yeah, you can't. Even also, you can't set as well. But destroying monsters on your opponent's field and giving them this and getting them burnt is be great. I run a third aerial in my side. DD Cry effect. If you're against a deck that's heavily grave reliant, it can easily interrupt them quite mad. Just for the giggles, I run 2 Blackluster Soldier Envoy at the beginning. Back row removal, I run 3 Twin Twisters and 3 Unending Nightmare. If you go against a mirror match, go against Eldritch, which is a really good card. And finally, I run 3 Lost Winds, just to negate your opponent's special summoned monsters. And obviously, it resets itself if your opponent special summons from the extra deck. But it has to be banished afterwards. That's it for the deck profile, and hopefully in the next coming weeks I can get better cards for this deck, like some hand traps and better traps like Dogmatic of Punishment, Paleozoic Dynamiscus, Ash Blossoms, Imperms. I can also and enjoy watching these matches. Right guys, these are my matches. Unfortunately I have to do them on EDO Pro, as on my Monday local remote tournament was cancelled due to being Easter Monday, and unfortunately I'm working the other days that any other remote duels are on. But during these first 3 games I'm against Dragon Link. Game 1, unfortunately, as you can see, he didn't open up all that good, and I kind of opened up semi-okay. Just basically actually what I had was to outgrind him. And yeah, he just didn't get any resources. I think my judgment was right, activating it on the Chaos Space, and then just slowly beat him down with Winder. As you can see, Super Poly there, keep it in hand, don't set it just to be on the safe side. Drawing Mathematician actually helps me out quite a bit, because he got me that extra card in hand by sending Squamata and Beast to activate Super Poly to go in for the kill. I won that round. or game. And yeah, game 2, I opened up semi-okay. Again, not the best. Unfortunately, as you see, my deck's not the best at all. It's what I had and what my budget allowed me to get. During these games, I noticed what cards I needed to get for next week. So I've already made a list, messaging people, going through eBay, getting them cards. But unfortunately, now you see he's negated my window, got rid of my back row, and now he's just popping off, doing the usual. Everyone knows what Dragon Links does. Literally every one card is an extender, no matter what you draw. Really, I don't think I've ever seen the deck brick, barring game 1. Literally all he saw was just really hand traps. And I don't think, as you can see, he's making a pretty nutty board. I'm not going to come back from it whatsoever. And I just let it go off so I can learn how the deck works and go on from there. Rocky, I think he just overextends it a bit, but thankfully I actually survive. I think there was some place he could have done differently, but never played Dragon Link, so I don't know what it actually does. Top deck's reasonably okay. Try and do something, but me forgetting that you need different attributes to some of the different attributed Shaddoll monsters. I was hoping to go into the construct, get rid of the Boral Sword, but I forgot they needed a Shaddoll and a light monster. And then from there, unfortunately, he gets it off board, literally go nuts. Yeah, no, it's just pretty sad seeing it. But I'm happy that I managed to win one game so far at the first set. Yeah, like I literally got nothing to stop this. Me forgetting that lost wind again. Once you set it, you can't actually activate it again. That would have been pretty nice to do that on the Boral Sword, so he didn't get his second attack, which would kill me in the end. But then again, he just opened up a lot better than I did. Broke my board so easily and lost. Game 3 again, doing best 2 out of 3. Want to show all 3 games out of the match, or hopefully show every game out of a match as much as possible, unless it gets too long, the video. Like, as you see, I open up absolutely terrible. I don't think it didn't matter if I used Judgment or not on the Harvey Feathers Dusters to get rid of my back row, because he literally just beats me down so badly, just makes me want to cry. But I actually think I survived a bit longer than I'm thinking right now. I think he's just also I think he overextended a bit there, which was no needed. I don't think he needed to go into Apollousa. Yes, I get an ad as far as it goes. Whoop-de-doo. Actually, yeah, I think he does a lot more damage than I'm thinking. Like, oh no, I thought he ended up with another monster on board. I don't know, I think I just quit. But no, this is just a little game. I was hoping to be match 2, but it's only actually game 4 because I think one of us lost connection. As you see, I opened up actually pretty decent against this deck. Didn't expect to win playing, but most decks need to special more than one time and all that to go off. Just let him do his things. Torrential Tribute, the whole board, just to be on the safe side. Set my Falco, add a card back to hand, and I'm just going to be sitting on that Super Poly until the right time and see what he can do or doesn't do. Now, in my opinion, I think I would have went, if I was playing his deck, I would have gone this route. I would have probably just went on the Cyber Dragon Nova to Infinity, like going to Nova. Yeah, but otherwise I would have Super Poly'd it anyway. I think, yeah, my top deck's quite nutty anyway. Flip that up to get the 2 draws and discard one, discard the Hedgehog, add the Aerial, get my Shaddoll Fusion back, go off, he surrenders, or whatever, I just won. Game 4-5. This match was actually quite interesting. It was I can't remember which game it was. It was back and forth. It was like a bit of back and forth between us. Like, just go nuts, but he does interrupt me quite well. actually at the right point. So I think he's a lot more competitive player or better player than me by far. And I think I was just had pure luck to survive as long as I did. To get rid of my torrential tribute, well, doesn't affect me much, but sadly didn't have a monster. But fucking 2 Ice Dragon Prison, 2 different turns did still hurt me a bit. So I tried, like, you know, do the Career Bandit thing, excavate 5, add 1, send 4. Yeah, you see my excavations wasn't all that great, but I think El Shaddai Fusion was the best out of a bad scenario to help me advance better in the next turn. Like literally just wipe his board. I just let him pop off. All that. Like, I didn't know he had 2 invocations in his hand. He gets Raja, Book of Moon me, and go from there. But top deck card, people normally say a Brick Buffer was good, so I flip Construct to get the Book of Moon effect gone. Tribute it, go nuts. Like he was like, easy win there and surrenders. Game 6, sorry. Game 2 against him is Invoke Dogmatica. I think it's one of the decks who goes first wins. But my hand, as you see, is absolutely terrible. Either way, like both 2 of my normal summons and I top decked and that second aerial. Like, gets rid of my judgment. Didn't expect him to have Ash to knock that out of my thing. Sad time. So what I did was, seeing my top deck was, I just scooped. Like there was no going back from there, especially with Mechaba on board. I remember that. It's this last game here was so good. Like yeah, somehow I can't remember why he went first, or just go nuts. Yeah. Unless I got that the wrong way around. I can't remember. Yeah, no, like just baiting the gates out, getting that. Yes, I have no monsters on board, but I have Shaddai Schism set, Torrential Tribute set. I can't remember what that third card was. Yeah, so I let him go nuts. Get my Construct back on board. Send a Dragon, get rid of the Meltdown. Then my turn, activate Schism, but he Judgments it, which was I was quite upsetting, not gonna lie. I set that card, flip it with that, pop his monster, switch to attack mode, just attack for 2/8 damage, down link him away, just so I can get my Shaddai Schism back in hand, just to set it ready for next turn. So as you see here, again, bit of him going out there, bit of back and forth, Torrential Tribute here, clear his board. Then this game is the reason where I found out he was playing the Dogmatica engine. I did not expect it one, but I thought he was just playing like Invoked, like the Invoked, just the pure Invoked, to go from there. So he gets rid of my board, attacks me for 4k damage. All I had is one card in hand, Schism, and whatever my top deck is. As you can clearly see here, one thing, like our top deck Torrential Tribute, but as you see here, he's got a trap card in hand with Mechaba on board. Mechaba affects literally, so discard a trap to negate a trap. I was surprised he didn't discard his trap card in hand to negate the punishment, otherwise he would have won that round or game. But end of the day, it's what people do. I think he just gave up in the end, because I could have activated Schism on his turn, banish 2 more monsters, get another card on board, and go from there. But my end record was 4 wins, 3 losses, and 0 draws at the moment. I'm quite happy that I'm in the positive ratio of wins to losses, all that. But knowing my luck, that will all change by the next week episode 2. But please, if you did enjoy this episode, please leave a comment on what you liked, what I can do better, what changes I can do to the deck. I already have rough ideas what I want to do. Don't forget to like it, share it with your friends. If your friend wants to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh, let him follow me with follow along with me. going competitive, even going, not going competitive, playing casually. Just help support the channel, subscribe to us, share us, comment, like, and check out our other episodes. We do have a Pokemon series going on. So if you like Pokemon, watching two Southern idiots play it, just get cracking, watch it, and we'll hope to see you in the next video. Peace.